Welcome to Breakthrough SaaS Growth with the Jasons, the podcast where we cut through the noise and share strategies that actually drive customer-led growth. Each week, we bring you straight-talking conversations on adoption, retention, expansion, and everything in between. Let's get started. Welcome everyone to our latest podcast episode. This one's going to be a little bit different. We wanted to record a special episode today to share some what we think is quite exciting news. You might notice something different about the episode as well. We've actually rebranded the podcast. What used to be the Jasons Take On is now Breakthrough SaaS Growth with the Jasons. Same two Jasons, the same energy, but we think with a bigger mission. And today we want to share why we've made this change, what it means to you as a listener, and what you can expect from us going forward. Jason.
Right. When we started the Jasons Take On, our focus was on customer success, and we wanted to explore the challenges and opportunities in building and scaling CS functions. We had some fantastic conversations over the years. There's really great guests, some really great thoughts between us. But here's the reality. In today's B2B SaaS world, growth is never down to just one team. It's cross-functional, the sales and product and marketing, finance and customer success, and they all shape adoption, retention, and expansion. And we kept finding ourselves talking about bigger themes: go-to-market strategy, pricing, product adoption, customer experience, and not just CS. So the new name really reflects that broader lens, and it's about breakthroughs that drive SaaS growth across the business, not just within one function.
I think for us, it's the right time. This isn't a change, it's an evolution. And as you've said, Jason, it's about aligning better to what the market's saying, what our guests are saying, and some of the thinking behind episodes and conversations out there, and particularly with things like AI in there. But having said that, some things aren't changing. So don't worry if you've been enjoying, as a lot of our subscribers and listeners have, the last episodes, there are a lot of things that we're keeping the same. So you're still going to get the same honest, practical conversations with us two Jasons, still focused on real world stories, challenges, practical hints and tips, still cutting through the noise and still geared to give you takeaways you can actually use in your day-to-day after each episode. We'll continue to champion the customer to make sure the voice of the customer is there at your leadership table. And that really is still the heart of everything we're doing, everything we've ever done. But now we're going to bring in even more perspectives from across the wider SaaS customer growth engine.
So you're probably wondering what's new, and the answer is a couple of things. First, the scope. You can expect more episodes on adoption and onboarding, product alignment, pricing, and scaling sales along with CS, and renewal predictability, and the issues that really matter when you're driving growth. And second, the formats. We're going to mix things up a little bit. We'll still have some short tactical plays, 20 to 30-minute episodes that are really focused on one challenge and one solution. But we're going to be adding some deep dives. We're going to bring in some SaaS leaders to share their journeys and what's worked for them. And finally, we're going to add some board-level insights, conversations aimed at executives and investors who want the strategic view and really latest thinking and perspectives for breakthrough SaaS growth. And then third, the guests themselves. You're still going to hear from CS leaders, but we're also going to add founders, investors, and product leaders and revenue leaders, voices from every side of the SaaS growth story. And we're really excited about adding these new voices to the mix.
I think, as you said earlier, Jason, it's really exciting because we're expanding what we've done before, different audience, growing the audience and growing our guests in there. And what does this then mean for our listeners, for you as the listener? What it means is that every time you tune in, you're going to get that practical, actionable advice, insights that you can use this month, this week, this quarter, whether you're trying to grow net revenue retention rates, whether you're trying to reduce churn, trying to grow the volume of revenue from customers, the interactions with customers, or if it's something as, I say simple, I don't mean simple, but if it's something like scaling your SaaS business, getting you to that next stage, we're going to give you the strategies and stories that will help. And hopefully will help you see the connections across those wider business functions, not just in customer success, because it's that growth that is always about alignment that is really, really critical. And it's that collaboration that we're really going to start pushing more on.
Great. So here's what we'd love to have from you. We're going to be expanding our content beyond just the initial podcast recordings themselves. And we're going to be sharing more on LinkedIn, X, and also on YouTube as well. And so we've got these fresh channels are set up under the new brand, Breakthrough SaaS Growth. You can also subscribe to us on Apple and Spotify if you haven't, so you don't miss an episode. And also please share the show with your colleagues, and not just your CS team, but people in sales and product and finance. Also, we've got a brand new website at breakthroughsaasgrowth.com where you can subscribe to our newsletter, check out old episodes, and suggest a guest or get information about sponsoring the show. And really, along those lines too, if you know someone who'd make a great guest, a founder, an exec, or an investor, please connect them with us. We'd love to have them on the show as well too.
I think so. That's the story. Same Jason as we said, bigger and more breakthroughs. If you like the Jason's take on, you've enjoyed our episodes, we think you're really going to love what's coming next with the Breakthrough SaaS Growth with the Jasons. On our very next episode, we've got a phenomenal guest coming on who I've had the privilege of doing a LinkedIn live session with him some weeks back, but we're going to dive straight into how AI is impacting your businesses today and how it impacts growth, customer growth, and scale. Thanks for listening. As we said, a short episode, but a really exciting one, and we're looking forward to talking more in the future. See you all next time.
Bye now.
Thanks for listening to Breakthrough SaaS Growth with the Jasons. If you found today's episode useful, make sure you subscribe, check out our website at breakthroughsaasgrowth.com, and follow us on all the usual social media channels for more insights and updates. And don't forget to share the show with your colleagues who are driving growth in SaaS. See you next time.